A very good afternoon and very good evening. It's 23rd of March, a Friday here in Lille. It's the French Indoor Skydiving Championships with me and Leslie Gill. Let's go straight to the action.
And in the tunnel now we have Project Ride the Dragon. This is a British team. It's their third year in competition. I believe it's their first 8-way tunnel competition. They're coached by Johan van Ecko of Belgium for the last couple of years, and now they've got a new coach, Marco, for this year, who's going to take them more the technical side now that they are very advanced as a team. Oh, they're getting some height on that 8 there.
So it is the Indoor National Championships here in France, in Weembi, and we've got 8-way, 4-way, 4-way and 2-way dynamic, Leslie.
And so tonight we're going to have 3 rounds of the 8-way, that's just started, and 3 rounds of dynamic. The 4-way is kicking off tomorrow morning. So there's the top shot, you can see the 8, that's the frisbee, spinning the pieces there. Into the 11, that's the block that swaps everybody. And to the 9, that's the Taj Mahal. Again, getting some height on there and bouncing in the tunnel, and that's it. Project Ride the Dragon have done their round 1.
So we're into a start here. It's been a bit of a rush start. We're caught behind the curve a little bit there, but we are underway with the 8-way. We've just tuned in. A very good evening and welcome to France and to Lille. We have all night tonight, well, just over 2 hours of action for you. We're underway with the 8-way. Just remind us what this round 1 is, Leslie.
It's a very interesting round, actually. In fact, it's an interesting draw. The first round is 11, 9, 8. Now, 11 is a block that swaps everybody with their piece partner, but it's come up with the 9, which is quite friendly. And 9 is a Taj, that's a cat piece, 2 side body pieces, and a star piece. And all of them can get back, apart from the star piece can get back by a long swing move.
Yeah.
Or they can take a swap slot, which some of the more experienced teams will be taking a swap slot just for that one piece, but the rest of them can do a swing move and get everybody back. So there's that 11 that swaps everybody. There's going into the 9. And that's the bottom of the 9, the Mahal. Into the 8, the frisbee. This is team Championnat Clermont, by the way, the French team, a French team. And then back to the 11, a bit of gesturing going on. Oh, a bit of a meltdown. Oh, and when it starts to go bad in 8-way, when the communication is lost and you're going to different points, it's really, really hard to get it back on track. And that was a pretty disastrous round for them there. They lost a lot of time in that confusion. Some of them were at the bottom of the 9, some of them were saying go back. We have 14 teams in this 8-way competition, which is a very nice turnout to see. I think that Project Ride the Dragon are the only ones from the UK. We have several international teams and of course many French teams, it being a French Championships.
And it's a very special moment as well to be able to see 8-way in competition in a tunnel. There's not very often we can get to do that, see it so close. Normally on an outdoor skydiving event you can see the videos, but to see 8-way right in front of our face like we've got here, Leslie, it's very special.
And see what amazing teamwork. That's why I love 8-way. You all have to move as a team. Obviously that's true of 4-way as well, but you can kind of get away with a little bit more in 4-way because the other 3 guys can come with you, but in 8-way you just all have to be very synchronous. This is team Whitbits. They are coached by Johan van Ecko, who I mentioned before.
Yeah.
They are doing 6 training weekends this year. They train here, they do 20 minutes here in the morning, then they go to Lille and do their jumps. So basically they're using the tunnel as a dirt diving area.
So where is the local drop zone?
Lille, just a few minutes away.
Yeah, I've seen the airfield there. I didn't realise there was a drop zone as well. So 8-way, Leslie, you've got a lot of history with it yourself.
It's my favourite discipline, just from that business of teamwork. I think the dive pool's very varied. Here you see you've got 2 3-way groups and some singletons. Other time you have something like this block, which is 4 2-ways.
Yeah.
Other times you're all flying as individuals, like 9, or you have blocks where you've got 2 4-ways.
Yeah.
So I think it's really very varied, the patterns.
I remember my first coach telling me the 2 golden rules of 8-way. Always let the centre build and never touch the centre until it's built.
Yes. We call that don't with the core.
Right. Yeah.
At the center build and don't with the centre.
14 teams, Leslie, in 8-way. That's incredible.
It is really good.
And we were talking off camera a little while ago. Tell me that stat about the 21 average again.
Oh yes, the team QFR in here, they got a 21.7 average at the Paraclete meet and they were 4th. Now how can you be 4th with a 21 average?
That's absolutely incredible.
In 8-way. Just shows again what tunnels are doing for the sport, just pushing the averages up and up and up. These kinds of averages in 8-way wouldn't even have been heard of 5 years ago.
I remember recently when a 21 average in 4-way would have won a meet.
So here we have the Coyotes.
PCP Coyotes JCM.
And this is a team coached by Martial Ferre. They were just put together this year in June, flying since October. They've got about 8 hours together. Coyotes, the origin of the name, a coyote, it's an app you can get that shows you when the speed cameras are there on the motorway and it flashes. So one of the guys, his Coyote app is going off constantly apparently. So that's where the name comes from. Does their speed match their name? Are we seeing the lights flashing, saying that they're going too quickly?
For Martial, probably. Am I right in thinking he's doing about 5 teams in this meet?
Yes, Martial, Marco, Julien, Thomas, they're all doing an unbelievable amount of teams.
Well, if you just joined us, a very good evening. It's live action, it's quick, it's fast. It is the French National Indoor Championships 2018 here from Lille, from Weembi, with me, Regan Tetlow, and Leslie Gale.
In this beautiful facility, a 16-foot tunnel with a restaurant bar outside it.
Have you had the opportunity to fly in this tunnel yet, Leslie?
I haven't, no. I need to have a word with the management about that. Second year here and they haven't given me a go yet.
Yeah, I got a cheeky 10 minutes a couple of weeks ago. It was incredible. Nice smooth air as well.
They say it's really, really smooth, and especially for 8-way, you can often get a big dead patch around the door, which for the other disciplines it's not so much of a problem, but for 8-way someone's always stuck in that dead patch. But here there is no dead patch, they tell me.
Well, we're into the 5th team already.
And Fanatics.
Team 805. I'm just having a look around the tunnel area, Leslie. It's absolutely full. It's standing room only. It's like the last day of an event. I can't believe how many people are here.
Well, of course, not all the 4-way teams are doing the 8-way, but they have an interest in this discipline, so it's nice for them. They're not flying tonight, so they can kind of chill out, watch the guys, get into the vibe, get rid of their first round nerves until it comes to tomorrow, of course, and then they'll all have first round nerves. So Fanatics are doing very nicely here. Don't know much about them, but we'll find out a bit more about those guys for tomorrow. It is the French Nationals, but it is an open Nationals, so other teams are welcome to enter, although of course they can't win. And the winners of this meet are presumably going to the Indoor Championships in Bahrain this year.
Yes, that's in October. We'll be bringing all the action from that out in Bahrain. We were there for the flight fighters at the end of last year. It's been a busy season of tunnel events. We've got the European Championships in Voss coming up very shortly as well. So the 4-way teams and the dynamic team is going to be looking at that.
Yeah, and a lot of them are seeing this as a dry run for Voss. It's just a month away. It's a good point to check out where you are on the scoreboard, see what you need to do. So just getting in the tunnel now is an interesting team. This is Monaco Dream Team. Now Monaco have been around for a long time. They're veterans, probably 30 years. These guys have an average of 12,000 jumps between them. Can you believe that? It's
incredible, isn't it?
And this year they've taken on 2 new guys onto the team. Oh, they're having a bit of carnage at the close of that 9, but they're managing to sort it out.
And they're flying very high, Leslie. You don't want carnage at that height.
It gives them a long way to fall, doesn't it? Because if you land these pieces on each other, they can funnel. So yeah, the average age of this team was around about 50.
Yeah.
They've taken 2 new guys on, 117 and 118. So it reduces the average age of the team down to 41. Doesn't make much effect on their jump numbers, but apparently they're flying nicely together. So a very interesting mixture of the young and the old here.
It's great to see this team back together as an 8-way. We've been watching them the last couple of years in 4-way in tunnel events, and they came back to the scene probably about 5 or 6 years ago in Dubai with their first 8-way back on the scene championships, and it's good to see them back as an 8-way.
Isn't it just? And especially picking up the young talent, and this is what you see with tunnels. It's a great leveler.
Yeah.
You know, we know skydiving makes no difference between men or women, you know, what color you are, what nationality you are, and now it's really being proven that age is no barrier either. I think when things were outdoor, people would stick with people of their generation, but now the tunnels is opening up. You can see these young up-and-coming flyers. The two guys they've taken on, one of them was from Erika Academy. He got too old for that at 17, and these guys picked him up. So it's great because the young guys are sharing their passion and enthusiasm and great body positions and knowledge, and the old guys are sharing their experience. Competition experience counts for so much.
Well, Martial's back in the tunnel.
Yep, another Martial team. This is V Air Max. And in case you're wondering why there's so many X's on the name, apparently there's a famous porn director, Marc Dorcel, and they're trying to get some sponsorship for.
Oh yeah, really?
I feel sorry for Victoire. She's the only female on the team. Evidently she's going to star in this porn movie. And Victoire only has 6 tandem jumps, but is one of the best flyers on the team. Wow. How's about that for a statistic?
That's incredible. So we are in France, a very strong nation when it comes to relative work, formation skydiving, 4-way and 8-way. They've been powerful for a long time, Leslie, now. And here they are in their home of formation skydiving, Weembi Indoor, with the incredible Weembi team we've seen the last couple of years taking Hayabusa to the limit.
Yep, not still around at the moment, but I was talking to Martial earlier on, and sorry, not Martial, Mathieu, and he was saying that we might not have seen the last of Weembi Lille. They didn't want to compete again this year because they only like to do it if they have a chance of winning. Yeah. But I think we're going to see them back on the scene. And of course at the Body Flight World Challenge, which is coming up, we're going to see Julien and Roy competing with 2 of the girls from the French ladies national team, so they should be pretty awesome. Yeah,
Julien was saying, you know, the commitment it takes and the family side of it, the things you lose, it's just, there's only so much they can possibly do. All right, back in, here we go now. Lazy Fuctus Corbus Saint Flo Nord.
That's quite a mouthful, isn't it? The Lazy Functus. Do you think they put that in on purpose just to try and get the commentators tongue-tied?
Maybe. So it's team 7, 1, 2, 3,
team
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams of the championship tonight. The first day of action here in France.
And of course, what's also meant we have so many 8-way teams here. The tunnel is owned by Thomas Perrin and Julien Degen, who were on the national French 8-way team for years and years and years, and the French 4-way team. But they brought their knowledge of France to Weembi Lille, doing a lot of coaching. Of course, they own it also with Aurélien and with Bruno. I noticed Bruno is in one of the 8-way teams. But yeah, Thomas and Julien doing a huge amount to bring up the standard of 8-way in this country, in the indoor.
Just a couple of quick messages, Leslie, coming through on the live stream. Jim Backer, a good friend of mine, he says, Weembi, 50 is not old, is it? Well, I don't think 50 is old at all, do you?
I didn't say 50 was old. All I said was the 17 and 18-year-olds are bringing down the age of the team. Of course 50 is not old, because I'm a little bit older than 50.
Yeah, I'm just a tad older than that as well. If you are watching on the live stream, check in with us, send us a message, we'll give you a shout out. We'd like to know who you are and where you're watching. We are live on Facebook, get it shared out, get the whole world watching. Team After 8, we're in the tunnel now, Leslie.
And these guys, they've got 4 world champions on the team, can you believe that? However, not all in formation skydiving. 2 of them are world champions in canopy formation. And these guys normally fly with Sophia and Christine. Yeah. But as Sophia and Christine are flying with the Weembi girls, and the Weembi girls are aiming to win this competition, then they can't do that if Sophie and Christine fly with 2 teams, because then one of them has to be a guest team. So they're flying with 2 world champions, but they're not used to flying with. So they're flying with Bruno and Jeremy, who they also mention are slightly taller than Sophie and Christine, so maybe they're not going to fit in the tunnel so well.
Amanda Kenny checks in with us, says, good stuff, guys. Hi, Leslie, says Amanda.
And hi, Amanda. Seeing you soon at Helen's wedding, I hear.
So they've put a lot of effort in here at Weembi. The technical side has been happening all day with the audio and the lighting, and the dynamic judges that are all in place right now as well, watching what's going on. They're just outside the studio. We've got the full seating arrangement marquee outside. Tunnel events just getting stronger and stronger.
It's been almost like a time lapse today, but speeded up, as in every hour there was more infrastructure, more banners, more lights, more equipment, more TVs. Yes, they put an awful lot of effort into this competition. And of course they're having the World Championships here next year, the World Indoor Championships. Yes. So just as some people are seeing this as a dummy run for VOS, the European Championships, then I know Weembi Lille are seeing this as a dummy run for running the World Championships next year. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're trialing out all the tech and all the logistics of the event to bring the World Meet next year in April, and that's what we're doing for you here now. Insomniacs at Weembi, next team in. Yes, and do you know why they're called Insomniacs? Because they always seem to arrive here and train at 2 o'clock in the morning, get out, and then they're back in at 6 o'clock. Yeah, there was teams, wasn't there, yes. The night before at 2 and then back in at 6. Tunnels have taken last minute training to the absolute wire, yes, because you wouldn't still be skydiving at 6 o'clock in the morning before a meet or 2 o'clock at night. Not normally. If these guys can get any last minute 15 minutes, that's like getting another 15 jumps in, isn't it? So 14 teams in the block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the 10th team, Leslie. Now with this draw, just remind the people at home what the draw is again on the round 1. It is 11, 9, 8. So 11 is the swap slots. Yeah. 9 is going to get most of them back, most of the guys back. And 8 is frisbee. Just having a look through these rounds, Leslie, these 10 rounds in the 8-way. Anyone's there jump out of yours looking like a bit of a burner, something fast going to happen? Not really, to be honest with you, because in 8-way, in 4-way, when you see an all-random round, it means it's going to be fast. Not necessarily so in 8-way. In 8-way, you more want the quick blocks to come up together. Right. I mean, round 4, 3 is a quick block. Round 4 is 3 PC10. So 3 is a very fast block. PC is quite quick. 10 is donut. That could be a quick one. And round 5, HNQ1, that could be fast because 1 is a fast block. So we're just looking at Veloz QRF standing for Quick Reaction Force. This is yet another Martial team. And you can see that these guys have actually been flying together for quite some time. They were formed at Hell Week 3 years ago. There's a lot of national champions on this team, national champions from various countries. It's a real mixture of nations. National and world champions on this team, actually. And these guys are taking, the other teams that we've seen have taken the swing move to get everybody back on the 9. But these guys are actually taking some memory. So the star piece on the 9 has a 12-point jump. The rest of the guys, they have a 12-point jump. The rest of the guys have a 6-point. We just joined us. It's full on action. 3 more 8-way teams to go. Then we're straight into round 1 of the 2-way dynamic. We don't get any 4-way tonight. We're going to save that till tomorrow morning. But wow, we're going quick and fast here, Leslie. And we're now into the top 3. In theory, of course, this is seeded. So the QATAR FALCONS, professional full-time team, coached by Gary Smith. Been around for a lot of years now, but of course they keep changing people out of the lineup, which makes it hard to keep going. But they've got a critical mass. These guys are great body positions, great knowledge of 8-way, a super work ethic, and you can see straight away we're looking very, very professional. I heard Gary talking to them earlier. He was saying, don't go any faster than yesterday, but of course, when they were training, but of course the horns can come out. Yeah. They're looking good, looking smooth, nice keys. That's a great shot from the side. We like that, and we like the top shot as well. You can see nice frisbee move. Going into the 11, that's going to swap everybody with their piece partner. Into the 9 there. Good close of the 9, but wasting a little bit of time. Going into the 8. That's a better 8 than they did on their first page. They're really center pointing this 9 and getting a lot less. They're getting a lot less height separation on these 9s than the other ones. The 5 on the other ones, the cap piece is really going high, and of course what goes up has to come back down again, so that makes it a slower move. So very nice round there from QATAR Falcons.
These formations have been drawn by the judges. How long do they have, Leslie, and how does the time start?
When the time starts, they're going to go in and form what is the traditional 8-way launch there, and the time starts when they break the launch. So unlike 4-way, when they start going into the channel, that was a great point. The time starts from the break of the launch, because it's just wastes too much time to get 8 people into the channel.
And how long do they have on the clock?
50 seconds. So we got the Weembi girls in here. These girls won last year. They got Sophie and Christine from the girls national French 8-way team. You would have thought they might have taken the other 2 girls, but no, these are 6 very experienced and great female French skydivers that have been brought up by Sophie and Christine. They're very proud of their coach. They're very proud of the fact they won last year against guys and girls, and they are here to defend their title. These women mean business. You can see, being that much smaller than an all-male team, then they've got a little bit more room in the tunnel. That 9 is very challenging if you've got a load of tall guys. Obviously we do have some girls as well, but on average, you know, the height is smaller, and it's altogether more friendly for 8-way, I think. You see on that 9, and the cap piece is almost at the same height as as the rest of the team. They don't have to do this big up and out move. And a great round there for Weembi girls. Of course, we've got no scores yet, but really, really nice round.
It's brilliant to have another female 8-way team out and about on the tunnel. I mean, your team, Brit Chicks.
Yeah, we got Paris Moxie, of course. We're an all-female team, but we never saw them in a tunnel meet. We'll have to have a all-female 8-way meet, won't we? Handbags at dawn. So here we have Weembi Elder 8. Now this is virtually the same lineup as the French national team in 2010.
Yes.
They've got the boys back together. There's a bit of Blues Brothers going on here.
Look at the speed of these moves.
These guys, all great competitors. And they'll be warmed up, because these guys have, virtually all of them have been flying with another team.
Yeah.
They're probably changing slot as well. I don't know how they do this.
There's a lot of memory.
Yeah, they look. Yeah, a lot of memory. Normally you talk about memory within the jump, but then memory between teams.
Incredible stuff. It's a good start, Leslie. It's a good start to this competition.
It's
Fast
a
and
cracking
furious
start.
Yeah.
Because the French not known for hanging around in points, and these guys are living up to that. Again, their cap piece is pretty similar height to the rest of the team. Lovely 8s. And that's it. Round 1 of the 8-way.
Wow, and a big round of applause from all the audience
over.
gathered around here in the tunnel tonight. If you just joined us, a very warm welcome. It's the first day of the 2018 French Indoor National Championships from Lille and from Weembi. Your first impressions, Leslie, of what you've just seen?
Well, just fantastic to see 14 teams of such a great standard. I can't remember the last time I saw 14 8-way teams of that standard. We've done the Paraclete 8-way meet. There you get a bigger range.
Yeah.
I would say I don't even want to guess what those were averaging, but there won't be a team that scored less than 15.
Wow.
They're really, really impressive. I do love to see a good 8-way competition.
It's good to see. We're going straight into the first round of the 2-way dynamic here tonight. We're missing one team. One team's not here.
We are. The female team, what's their name? The girls Mela.
Yeah.
They're not here, but we're going to start with the second team. Do we have the draw, Regan, for the dynamic?
Yeah, for round 1 is head up switch, head up 360 and mixed circles. That's what we're going to be doing. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams, 2 teams to watch. Of course, we've got the team from Window. They're going to be here, the Window boys, the Ninjas.
We've got a couple of teams from Window, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm just talking about the 2 top teams that we're going to be keeping our eyes on for that battle at the top is going to be the Ninjas and, of course, Ice Mountain Adventure Park. They have been training side by side for the last couple of days, and it's been pretty much neck and neck. So we're going to be very interested to see what's happening there.
I think the Weembi team might be quite competitive with them as well. They don't want to lose on their home turf, do they?
Don't, and they're looking for that place as well in the championships, the European Championships in Voss. So we'll be keeping our eye on that. But the other big story is what it's going to be for the third place. So Ice Mountain up against Windor from Spain. For that top place, as it looks on paper, but nothing is guaranteed in two-way dynamic. Anybody can come from any of these teams and upset the cart.
And
That's what was locked.
And of course, how it's going to work tonight, we've got 3 rounds tonight,
yeah,
and that's just to decide the order that the teams will fly in tomorrow. So each team is going to be scored on their time for the round. Obviously, if they get a bust, then that adds 5 seconds to it, and then it's going to be cumulative. It's not who won this round and they get so many points, or who won that. It's going to be the fastest team over all 3 rounds tonight. They just add the scores together. So we've got 10 teams in there. The 2 fastest teams overall are going to go straight through into the quarter final, and the other 8 teams are going to have head-to-head battles tomorrow to decide who is going to go against what team. Quite interesting.
And then tomorrow we start with the 4-way as well. I think we're going into the 4-way first thing tomorrow morning at 8:30, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, we wouldn't want to get the dynamic boys out of bed at that time in the morning. No, would be the FS 4-way guys. They're all insomniacs. They're used to getting up that time in the morning. That's what happens at World Meets.
And in the 4-way, do we have any different categories that have been played out?
Yeah, they call them N1 and N2. It's about sort of the similar as AAA and double A.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to be 3 rounds of 8-way and 2-way dynamic tonight for you, and then into the 4-way tomorrow morning. We're going to be live with the action and the 2-way dynamic here in the studio in the next couple of minutes. We'll take a quick short break and we'll be back here with the action at Weembi. And a very warm welcome back. It is Friday evening, the 23rd of March 2018. They just started the tunnel there and shut it down again. I think they were toying with us, Leslie, making us think we were going straight back into the action. Looks like we're still on a little bit of a pause, but let's just recap what we've just seen. We're going into the 2-way dynamic very shortly, but we've just seen the first round of the 8-way. Tell me a little bit about what that was all about.
Well, we had a swap slot coming up. Some of the teams chose to take the swing move. The teams that are further at the top chose to take the memory, and I think that's going to show with the scores. We have Weembi French girls defending their title. Of course, we haven't got any scores for that first round, so it's difficult to call it, but they look like they had a great round. And also the Weembi Elder, which is the French 8-way team lineup virtue of 2010. Those guys.
They were great.
They were great because this year we don't have a French national team apparently going
talking
to
about this.
the World Meet in Australia. The French federations decided to put their money where they feel the best chance of a gold lies. So
Right.
they're investing in the French female team, which they want to win the French four-way, the World Female Four-way. They want the French outdoor national team to win the Open, and they ran out of money to send a French 8-way, which is such a shame because the top three teams in 8-way for the last 20 years, it's been France, America and Russia, not
Yeah.
always in that order.
That's
So
right, yeah.
I'd really like to see maybe these guys, these older guys, maybe they'd like to go to Australia. I'd like to see that. Surely we can't see a world meet without a French 8-way.
You would have
It
thought
would be
so.
a travesty. Mon Dieu, sacre bleu.
And we just had the Shamrock Showdown out in the States. Were you keeping your eye on that a little bit?
No, we'll have to ask Kurt about that actually.
We've got two teams here who are competing. We've got the QATAR Tigers. They're here for 4-way and 8-way, and the French girls.